All right. We have an awesome comic coming up. I can't even talk English. Coming up right now, you're going to love her, Charlene Ward.
Hello, Moose Lodge. How are you tonight? Yeah. So I saw a couple of people in the back there, kissing a little earlier. There they are, right there. Any other couples in the audience? Clap. Raise your hand. Something out there. Couples. Yeah. Okay. Any of you live together? Oh yeah. See, they're like, I'm not going to admit living in sin in public. So, but you know, I moved in with my boyfriend about 1.5 years ago. We've been dating for a while, but that's a huge step, right? The big move in, right? Because you have to get used to each other's idiosyncrasies. You know, like, you know, not putting the toilet paper back on the holder, you know, taking off your clothes when you come home and leaving them everywhere, including the kitchen. And really, who forgets to flush? I don't know how he lives with me, really. I'm awful. We've got a really solid relationship, though, because you know that bet that you can make with your significant other, you know, that kind of deal where if you meet the celebrity of your choice, you can have sex with them, no questions asked, right? So, and we live in West Hollywood, so it's really exciting because you might see this celebrity, you know, shopping at the grocery store, right? So you actually might run into your celebrity. So we made this deal. And I picked Johnny Depp. Right, ladies? Johnny Depp? Right? Yeah. Captain Jack Sparrow. So happy. So I picked Johnny Depp, and my boyfriend picked Johnny Depp. But it's okay, because he picked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Johnny Depp, and I picked Captain Jack Sparrow. So it can be a Johnny sandwich, if we want it to be. So Daniel mentioned New Year's resolutions, and you know, I had a resolution to lose, you know, 100 pounds this year. Now I have lost 35. Thank you. But let's face it, okay? It's almost August, right? I have a lot to go to make that 100 pounds. So if you see me on New Year's Eve with a carton of smokes and a box of X-Lax, you know it's gone well. And Daniel, I used to travel around with a harmonica, but since I lost the 35 pounds, I have a kazoo that I travel with in the car. Because if I breathe heavy, you know, I have to let people know I'm coming. So anyway, so you see those commercials, right? The commercials that say, your muffin top is showing. Have you seen those commercials? Right? I don't have a muffin top, I have a mushroom cloud. Right here, that I'm trying to get rid of. I just want to be fat again. Because the doctors say I'm morbidly obese, so I'm just trying to get to fat. I want to be fat again, damn it. One day. A girl's got a dream, right? So when you're losing weight, people like to give you advice on how to lose weight, right? So I've heard that one way to do it is to, you know, substitute one pleasure with another pleasure. Right? So I thought, okay, if I want a cookie, I guess I should buy a pair of shoes. But I'm a broke comic. So then I thought, if I want a piece of candy, maybe I'll masturbate. Right? You're at C's Candies, they offer you the sample. No, that's okay. Where's the peanut brittle? No, I'm good. Speaking of Vegas, anyone here Vegas? People like Vegas? So, you know, another thing that Daniel mentioned in his set is that one of my favorite things to do when I go to Las Vegas is the Excalibur joust. That is right. You're looking at someone who used to work at a Renaissance fair. I know, overweight and Wiccan, what a shocker. But I used to work at a Renaissance fair, and I used to walk around the Ren fair and go, oh my goodness, please stay out of the jousting area. Oh, you get tripped over by the horses. Blah, blah. So I did an English accent. I didn't say it was a good English accent. I said it was an attempt. So I go to the Excalibur joust. I walk in there, and I put on my paper crown. And my waitress walks over. Wench walks over. And with a hearty yell, she says, hello, my name's Darlene. I'm going to be your wench tonight. You can have Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Root Beer, Sprite. If you want anything alcoholic, you're going to have to talk to Stan. Money back, right? You didn't even try to do an accent. And by the way, how many of you have kids? Anyone with kids here? Right? Do you bring your kids to Vegas? Yeah, you, okay? You are the one. Because I'm not not tripping over midgets drunk. I'm tripping over little kids. Now, here's the thing. The rest of us in here don't want you to bring your children to Vegas. We are done with children in Vegas. Because, you know, what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas because, you know, the little kids keep coming back. You keep bringing them back. So we're going to make a deal with you in the front. We're going to make a deal. You stop bringing your kids to Vegas, we are all going to stop going to Chuck E. Cheese drunk. Right? Maybe. Chuck E. Cheese has a motto, right? Chuck E. Cheese, where a kid can be a kid. I have a new motto for Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, cheaper than a box of condoms. And I know, because I used to do children's parties. And I'm not even kidding. That's cheaper than a box of condoms. Let me tell you, getting in a Cookie Monster outfit in the middle of summer in Norwalk in a park, as kids beat you with a wiffle ball bat because they think you're the piñata. So let's talk about abortion, shall we? So if you are pro-choice, you believe it's a life the moment it pops out. If you are pro-life, you believe it is a life the moment of conception and inception, depending on which doctor you see. I don't think it's a life until it can drive. Right? So if Billy brings home a bad report card, it's like, right in traffic, right? You abort. No problem. And I am not a horrible person, because I actually think that my mother should have been able to abort at certain times in my life. Let me bring you back to 7th grade English. We read The Hobbit. And our assignment was we had 6 weeks to make a toy out of anything we wanted in The Hobbit. People were bringing in these elaborate mountains with games and marionettes and beautiful dolls. I brought in a red knee sock with 2 googly eyes scotch taped to the top of it and called it Gollum. Precious. My mother got a call. She should have been able to abort. Now here's the thing too, is that God loved my mother. When they called her, they said, she brought in a sock puppet with 2 eyes scotch taped to the top, and what she said was, you should have been more specific. You told her to make a toy. So I say, Mom, thank you very much. I am not a doctor now. I'm a stand-up comic. Moose Lodge. Thanks for backing me up there, Mom. Yeah, so, you know, I'm actually getting older, and I'm getting to the age where a lot of people are asking me, so when are you going to have kids? When are you going to have kids? I'm like, you know what? I actually don't think you should have children until you are well into your 60s. And here's why. If you wait until 65, 66 to actually have your first child, you only have the hopeful years to look forward to, right? When you look down at your child and you say, God, that child could be president of the United States one day, or, ooh, he could be pitcher for the Dodgers one day, right? Right? You know, by the time they turn 41 years old, get laid off, and decide that stand-up comedy is the right career choice for her, and then call you up for rent money, you'll be dead. You know, if I decide to have kids, you know what? I'm not going to be one of those creepy moms either who videotape the birth, right? You know, it's like, that's just gross, right? It's just gross. You're going to videotape the birth. And did you notice the people that would videotape the childbirth are far less, you know, likely to videotape the conception? And during the conception, there's far less blood and crying. Unless you're with Bill, of course. Because he is hot. Oh, yeah. So I mentioned earlier that, you know, I lost 35 pounds, but since my very, very heaviest years ago, back like in 2002, I've actually lost like 80 pounds since my very, very heaviest. And thank you. Let me tell you, and the initial weight loss, it wasn't, you know, Weight Watchers, it wasn't Jenny Craig. Type 2 diabetes Best diet ever. Because now, I have to think to myself, Ben and Jerry's are my sight. Right? Have a Big Mac, lose a big toe. Eat a ho-ho, lose the hoo-ha. That goes too. And, and people are like, oh, Charlene, stop, you're losing weight, you're going to get so healthy, you're going to be so healthy. And, that's great and fine, but I'm really doing it so I can wear the cute clothes, right? You get to wear cute clothes, right? When you're this big, shopping sucks. They want to make you look like you're riding the short bus, right? Yeah, absolutely, right? You've seen us walking around in the moo-moos and a big, huge pineapple right on the front with the sparkly things. Really. And I went to Hot Topic, right? Once, this was years back. I went to Hot Topic to buy a dress. I found this cool, gothy dress. I was so excited. It was in a 3X. On you would be a tent. But I was so excited. I found this dress and I put it on. And it was too small. Right? 3X was too small. I was devastated. And this salesperson said to me, oh, don't be sad. The dress is made in China. They're very small in China. So now I have to look for clothes that are made in Samoa. Because in Samoa, I'm a petite. Thank you very much. That's my time tonight.